现在将联合王国国旗和香港旗升中华人民共和国国旗和香港特别行政区区旗。
This year marks the 25th anniversary of Hong Kong's return to China. Mr. Paul Peña Herrera, Director of the Commercial Office of the Consulate General of Ecuador in Guangzhou, has worked and lived not far from Hong Kong in Guangzhou for 10 years. What are his impressions of Hong Kong? What message of congratulations does he have for Hong Kong on the 25th anniversary of Hong Kong's return to China? Welcome to this episode of Face to Face. Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Face to Face. I'm Alice McCutcheon and I'm very excited to see once again my old friend, Mr. Paul Peña Herrera, the Director of the Commercial Office with the Consulate General here of Ecuador in Guangzhou.
That's right.
And I know that in Ecuador they have really excellent coffee. So
yeah, that's why for the interview we prepare a little bit of Ecuadorian coffee. So please let me share with you some.
Oh, thank you very much.
So we can have a talk enjoying a nice coffee.
Okay, that'll be great. We can really relax and enjoy this. Let's have a taste, huh?
Yes.
That coffee is really, really nice. Very rich and fragrant, and I'm
nice.
feeling more relaxed already.
Yeah, it's good that you like it. It's a very special Ecuadorian coffee, one of the best in the country. Yeah.
Delicious. Okay, so thank you very much for having us in this beautiful space and for letting us try the country's excellent coffee. We're going to get on with some questions right away. So you know that I'm from Hong Kong Satellite TV, and this year marks the 25th anniversary of Hong Kong's return to China. So of course that's a very, very important and pivotal year, and one worthy of great reflection and analysis. So there are two old Chinese sayings. One is 旁观者清. That just means that you can see things more clearly if you're a bystander. The other one is 兼听则明. That means that we can understand a lot more if we listen to all sides. So of course we got questions to ask you. And we'd like to ask you, what is your impression of Hong Kong? And do you have any suggestions on the prosperity and the stability of Hong Kong under the one country, two systems framework? And for the stability of Hong Kong's position as a financial hub for the international community?
Well, I strongly believe Hong Kong is a great place for international business, and of course is recognized as an international financial hub. So it's not only important for China mainland, but also in Asia. It's a very important point for business, trade, and financial businesses, let's say. And of course, during the 25th anniversary of this celebration on the establishment of the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China, I feel that all the citizens of mainland and Hong Kong will have the opportunity to keep working together and find more stability, more prosperity, and more opportunities for the development of each of the sides. So we are very focus on the great relationship, and I hope this celebration has great results in the near future.
I think there's a lot for us to look forward to. In terms of Hong Kong, so of course we have trouble traveling right now, but you've been here for quite a few years. Did you often visit Hong Kong when you're based in Guangzhou?
Sure, sure. We go to Hong Kong a lot. I mean, there's a lot of important companies and also important trade shows that we participate and we visit, of course. There is a lot of Ecuadorian products arriving to Hong Kong, so for us it's a very important market, as well as China mainland.
Yeah, okay, so I think we can definitely look forward to when the borders are back to normal and Hong Kong can once again play a pivotal role in the trade between China and the world, and also can make sure that a lot more Ecuadorian products can keep on coming in.
Sure, yeah. Sure, that's the idea. I hope it will happen very soon.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Ecuador's most important trading market is China, where they sold 139,000 tons of shrimp in the first quarter of this year, accounting for 50% of the total export of that product during that period. Last year, the total trade volume between China and Ecuador was about $10.95 billion US. What further cooperation will we see under the Belt and Road framework? Face to Face continues.
I would like to talk about the Ecuadorian president, Guillermo Lasso. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, great. So he was here and he attended the opening ceremony of the Beijing Olympic Games in February this year. And also the foreign ministers of Ecuador and of China had a phone call not too long ago. And so what further advances do you think that we should look forward to in terms of diplomatic, economic, trade and cultural ties, and also deepening the cooperation between these two countries in the Belt and Road framework?
The historical visit of President Guillermo Lasso to China is a significant demonstration of the importance that Ecuador gives to China and all the bilateral relation and the trade agreements that we have going on. So the future is very good for both countries. The relationship is growing more and more. Ecuadorian President Guillermo Lasso have a very fruitful meeting with President Xi Jinping. They discussed very very important and high level issues during these meetings, but they also have a very important consensus of bilateral and development of both countries. As a result of this meeting, Ecuador and China officially reached the agreement for starting negotiation of a free trade agreement.
Oh, great.
So in the near future, we will sign with China a free trade agreement that will bring, of course, more opportunities for less taxes in some of very important products, but also a diversification of the offer of products that we are bringing to China market, which is very important for us. So we can, of course, keep improving our volumes of trade and the investment from both sides. Just for you to have an idea, the trade volume between both countries on 2021 was about 10.95 billion US dollars, which means more than a 45% growth in comparison of the previous years. Ooh, so the relation and the trade exchange between both countries is very important and is growing year by year.
Excellent. So if you can have a 45% growth when there's no free trade agreement, I can imagine what will happen when there is one.
Sure, that's the idea. So the idea is that more important products from Ecuador will come to China, and of course more investment of Chinese companies that are offering good technology, good developments are also be able to arrive to Ecuador, and of course from Ecuador expand for the whole Latin American region. Ecuador, as you might know, joined the Belt and Road Initiative in 2018. So we are working together with China from many years ago, working in the sense or with the aim to have strong ties, trade exchange, and of course more tourism, more investment going from back and forth.
Okay, that's great. So we met 1 year ago and we talked a lot about the products of Ecuador. So I have a really a nice feeling when I see all of these on the table behind us. And so specifically we talked about the coffee which is right here,
Yes.
and also chocolate and rum and the white shrimps,
Yes.
and also bananas. And we also talked about the roses, I remember. You said that we've already had quite a significant growth in the amount of trade. Would you say that there have been some big differences in terms of the way that the trade or the business has been conducted?
Sure. I mean, nowadays in China, there's more online platforms and more digital social media places that we have to start to focus, because the consumers are going to these kind of platforms to commercialize or to purchase the products. So our role here as a government institution is to promote more about our country, our culture, and of course our products in these kind of platforms, and guide our Ecuadorian exporters and the companies to use these kind of platforms and to have this connection with the Chinese consumers through these channels. So this is the idea, and that's the job that we have been doing these few years. And of course, this helps us to keep improving the exports of our products.
Okay, so if you're moving from traditional trading avenues into an online platform, does that mean cutting out the middleman? Is this making the products more affordable?
There are many ways to do it, of course, nowadays, but I think the distributors, the importers are still needed in the market, as through that way you can, of course, reach the traditional channels like supermarkets, like all these kind of important players of the trade and the distribution of the products.
Okay.
So the new channels are helping to join or to cut these ways and to find the exporters directly, or to help in the communication between the exporters and the consumers directly.
But you think it's additional to the original?
Has to be additional work doing in that way.
Okay.
So the consumers in the end will be the ones that benefit from both kind of trade and both kind of business.
If I was to ask you which product from Ecuador or which class of products has really taken off this year, what would you say?
Well, the shrimp, the banana shrimp, is still the main product of export from Ecuador to China. On 2021, we exported around 391,000 tons of this product to China. And between January and March of 2022, we have exported already about 135,000 tons. This means about the 50% of the whole exports from banana shrimp of Ecuador are coming to the Chinese market. So, of course, is our main product in the current days. But we also export a lot of agricultural products, like bananas, for example, is our second non-oil export product for this market. On 2021, we exported around 197,000 tons of this product to China. And other products like coffee, like cacao beans, like flowers, and wood are also improving the volumes that have been exported from previous years compared to this period of 2022. So in general, in a general perspective, we are doing very well in our exports to China, regardless the complicated situation that was a result of the pandemic. We are doing very well, and of course, China market keeps being the most important market for our trade.
Okay, well, you know that Chinese like to eat well.
Yes.
And Chinese like to try new things. And so, of course, there'll be a lot of people that, if they haven't tried these products yet, now is a good chance to give it a go.
Yes, and we hope in the near future, with the signing of the free trade agreement, more new products, premium products will arrive to the market. So the Chinese consumers will have these options.
Could you share with our viewers, what is your focus for the second half of this year?
Well, we have a lot of activities planned for this year. We are going to be present in some exhibition or trade shows that are for different industries, for seafood industry, for the bananas or agricultural products industries. And we are also working very close with associations and chambers of commerce in order to have some forums or to develop some promotion activities together with them. These, of course, here all in China. But one of the most important things that will happen during the second half of this year will be that Ecuador is going to be the home country for the China, Latin America, and the Caribbean Business Summit. That is a big step for us, of course, as a country, to welcome this important business summit into the region.
So Ecuador will be hosting this summit. Will you have a chance to be there?
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so that I can go together with a big Chinese delegation to my country. And yes, Ecuador will be hosting this important event. Our president, Guillermo Lasso, welcomed the idea to host the event in Guayaquil. Guayaquil is the main port of Ecuador. So that will be the city that will welcome all the Chinese businessmen, Chinese authorities, and of course businessmen and authorities from Latin America and the Caribbean countries into one place to develop more trade, more commercial ties, more investments, and more technology exchange. That's the idea. And we hope that this business summit will be a complete success.
Okay, and I think that the exchange between businesses and the exchange between regular citizens is so important for growing a healthy relationship between the countries. So that's a really positive step. Let us know the dates, maybe we can join.
Sure, it's going to be in the end of November. And during this summit, many good surprises will arrive for the trade relationships between Ecuador and China.
Sounds good. Sounds great.
Paul has worked and lived in China for 15 years, negotiating business deals, exploring culture and the arts. Let's discover his unique views on traditions and the rhythm of life in China as the program continues.
Okay, so on the other side of the coin, you've been here in China for quite a few years, and during that time, of course, you've soaked up a lot of the Chinese culture. We know very well that you speak Chinese better and better every day.
Yeah, I try.
Okay, and of course, totally now it's been 10 years. This is quite a milestone, isn't it? So like reaching 10 years, that's a good chunk of our life spent in this country. I feel the same way, that I've soaked up so much culture and I've obviously changed quite a lot. So could you tell us something about your understanding of China's culture and lifestyle that you've picked up over this time? And I'm sure you have some unique perspectives about relationships and customs in this country.
Yes, sure. I mean, I actually going to be in China about 15 years already.
15 years in total.
I mean, during my 10-year period of working, representing Ecuador in this government office, and also 5 years where I was studying a master's degree back in Shanghai. So for me, China is very important in my life in general, and I have lived here a good part of my life. So I have learned a lot, and I am still very impressed with the Chinese people, the friendship that they show to everybody, to all the foreigners. They make us feel at home. And of course, it's in a safe environment. We feel a lot of security and safe when we are in the streets and in the corners of the Chinese cities.
Yes.
And I also admire a lot the culture that is involving all the activities that Chinese are doing every day. For example, the ceremony, the tea ceremony, that is, for me, is very interesting because it's very close to our coffee culture, let's say, to drink coffee or to drink tea, having a conversation, discussing businesses.
Yeah, it's more than just the drink, isn't it? It's an experience.
It's
you
an
need
experience.
to relax and enjoy it.
And for me, it's very interesting that the boss or the most important person in the room is the one who serves for everybody and who prepares the tea. So it happens to me a lot in some meetings that the boss of the company prepares the tea, serves for us, and we discuss all the alternatives and opportunities for the exchange of Ecuadorian products. So it's a very interesting, and I am always enjoying these kind of spaces, let's say.
Okay, so we can say that I'm very honored that the boss in this room has served me such nice coffee.
Please,
Thank you so much. last year we talked a little bit about your love of the food, the cuisine in China. I wonder, have you taken up any Chinese hobbies or Chinese pastimes such as, I don't know, calligraphy or mahjong or something like this?
Well, I have practiced a little bit of shufa.
Oh, you have?
The calligraphy,
okay.
Yes. I am not so good at it yet.
That's okay. Maybe next year we can
Maybe
we
next
can
year
display
we can try some.
Okay.
But of course, if I receive any invitation or any opportunity to be in any of these activities, I enjoy it a lot. I like the culture, I like the gastronomy. So of course, every activity that it means exchange of culture, exchange of ideas is good for us. And we all are very happy to join.
Yeah, it's great. I think one thing that I like about the culture in China is a lot of the activities are inclusive. You don't have to be good at something, but you can still join.
That's correct.
Yeah, but
that's
I
correct.
think that's similar to Latin American countries.
Yes.
Also, they're
yes.
very friendly and love to ask everybody to join.
We are very open also, open-minded and open to people, to new people to join our activities, to visit us, to eat with us, to have a coffee with us. So yeah, the cultures are very close to each other. And it means that both countries have a lot of similarities, a lot of things that we can share. And this helps of the good bilateral relations that we are facing these years.
Okay, so the last of my questions for you today is that I would like to invite you to speak right into the camera over here and offer a greeting across our Hong Kong Satellite TV network to the global Chinese community. And we can try to celebrate together the 25th anniversary of Hong Kong's return to China. Please.
Well, I sincerely express all my congratulations on the 25th anniversary of the establishment of Hong Kong Special Administrative Region of the People's Republic of China. I strongly believe that this date will inspire all the citizens from mainland and from Hong Kong to continue working hand by hand and find more prosperity, more stability, and more opportunities to develop and to keep growing.
That's awesome.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so this has been a really nice conversation so far. I hear that there's something special in store.
Yeah, we ordered some Ecuadorian shrimp for you to try.
Very nice.
It's our very special product in China market, so it's a must to try.
Ah, nice. Thank you.
Thank you. So this variety of shrimp is Baname white shrimp. So this is our specialty. Let's say Ecuador produced this variety and we export all over the world. And as I mentioned before, the 50% of approximately 50% of the production of and exports of Ecuador is to China.
Okay, and I've noticed that, well, you talked about good food last year. And I can see that you eat well. You know, we got some very good food here. How do you stay in such great shape?
Oh, well, actually, I eat a lot because China, especially in Guangzhou, we have very nice foods.
The food culture is very strong. You cannot eat. It's
of course. So, I mean, I try to also do some exercise and well, that's it. And drink a lot of coffee, actually. I don't know if that helps.
I think in theory it should help you to raise your metabolism, flush out everything. But then you can't sleep, huh?
No, I'm used to it. I'm used to it. So every day I'm drinking some coffee, I'm doing some exercise, and I am eating well, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking great. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Not
you
a day
very
older
much.
than last year, and let's hope that next time we meet, it'll be exactly the same again.
You too, by the way, you too.
Thank you. You're very sweet.
So in China, normally they like to boil the shrimp and eat it without any other adds, you know, any other ingredients.
Yeah, it's
so
very simple.
you can really feel the natural taste of the product, which is a very correct actually way to eat the shrimp.
Okay.
So I just invite you to use your hands and let's have a try.
All right.
Normally, you first take the
lots of juice.
yes, take the head and
The legs.
the shell.
Very nice and very fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the shrimp flavor.
When when the shrimp is caught, let's say in the shrimp farms, after just 2-3 seconds they go to be frozen. So the freshness is never lost. Let's say
This means it's locked in all the nutrients as well.
That's correct.
Very tasty. So I think maybe if we sit here long enough, we're going to finish all of those.
Yes, but I think the cast and the crew,
they may be a bit jealous.
They also need to taste.
Yeah, okay. And we're talking about your look.
Yeah.
So not only have you stayed in great shape, but you also take a lot of care about the way that you dress, the colors you choose and everything like this. What's your secret, or is there a meaning behind the way that you're selecting your look?
Well, actually there is no secret. I mean, when you represent your country, you need to be always having a good look, let's say, or in an official way. As we normally also have a lot of meetings with authorities or with companies, and of course it's a show of respect, let's say. And I like, for example, yellow colors and things like that because of and yellow and blue actually because of our flag. Our flag, yellow, blue, and red colors. So I always try to choose something representative of the colors of the country.
Okay, so actually together we've pretty much covered the whole flag.
Yes, that's correct.
Great. And do you often have a cause to wear the Ecuadorian hat, the very famous hat?
Yes, especially on summers. I have my own hat, of course, and I usually wear it. It's very useful actually. You feel very fresh in the head. When you use it, and you cover from the sun, from the UV rays, and so on. So it's a must, and it's also a product that is coming to the market in not so big quantities, but some important Chinese designers and companies are already bringing the hats to China.
Okay, so I think that I've had a chance to experience a lot of great foods and a lot of great products, and also learn more about Ecuador and about the relationship with China. I think that it's been very fruitful for me, and I invite everybody, when you have a chance, to try out these products and really, really enjoy this Ecuadorian culture. And let's try and get these countries closer together and build the relationships some more. So thank you very much for talking with me today.
Thank you very much.